Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been following the Cowboys this season, you know things have been a bit of a roller coaster. And honestly, the last week's game against the Denver Broncos was a real eye-opener for many of us. It's one of those games that leaves fans scratching their heads, wondering what's happening to a team that's been so promising for the past few years. And let us be clear, this wasn't just a normal loss. It was, frankly, embarrassing. A 44-24 defeat in Denver on the road, in a game that saw the Cowboys struggle on both sides of the ball in ways we hadn't expected. And when you look at the stats, it's clear that this game was a wake-up call. Dak Prescott, who's usually reliable, threw for just 188 yards and, more concerning, 2 interceptions. That's not the Dak Prescott we were used to seeing. And to make matters worse, he was sacked twice, losing 15 yards in the process. So right from the start, it was a game where mistakes piled up, and the defense couldn't do enough to bail the team out. But let us not forget, the Cowboys did have some moments of brightness. Javonte Williams managed to get 2 touchdowns for Denver, and Jalen Tolbert scored 1, which was noteworthy because it came from backup quarterback Joe Milton, Roman 3. Now, Milton only attempted 4 passes in this game, so seeing him connect for a touchdown was a bit of a surprise. But it also highlighted the depth issues the team is facing at the quarterback position. This game was a tough one for many fans watching, especially considering the defensive effort, or more accurately, the lack of it. The defense did record an interception from Bo Nix, which was a small bright spot, but Nix himself threw for 247 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's a huge number, and it shows the kind of day the Broncos' offense had. The running game was also impressive, with J.K. Dobbins rushing for 111 yards and R.J. Harvey adding 46 yards and a touchdown. It was a day where Denver's offense looked unstoppable at times, and the Cowboys' defense appeared overwhelmed. You can imagine how fans felt after that game. Disappointment, frustration, even anger. And it wasn't just the fans. Former players and experts took to social media to voice their displeasure. One of the most notable comments came from a legendary figure who has been part of the Cowboys' Super Bowl history. He posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, that this cannot be an NFL defense that's wearing the Dallas Cowboys helmets. And honestly, that sentiment echoed what many others were feeling. The defense, which has been a source of concern for a while now, looked completely out of sync. Many fans responded, sharing their thoughts. Some pointed out how the team had lost its best defensive player earlier in the season, and then, crucially, didn't he replace him in free agency. It's a pattern that has left many feeling that the Cowboys' defense is the weakest link, and it's costing them games. And it's not just about individual mistakes or missed tackles. It's about the overall effort and push up front. The secondary was depleted, yes, but the defense lacked the aggressive edge needed to stop a team like Denver, which is capable of lighting up the scoreboard if given the opportunity. Many critics mentioned that the Cowboys' defensive line was manhandled for much of the game, and that the team's inability to get pressure on the quarterback was a huge factor. It's a common theme this season. The Cowboys' defense, which once was a strength, has become a significant liability. And if you look at the overall picture, the numbers tell the story. Dallas' defense now ranks second worst in yards allowed per game, giving up an average of 404.5 yards. That's staggering for a team with playoff ambitions. Points allowed are just as concerning, 31.3 per game, second only to the Cincinnati Bengals in the league's worst defenses. This kind of defensive performance puts a lot of pressure on the offense to carry the team, and for the most part, they've been up to the task. The Cowboys' offense has been outstanding in many ways, averaging over 384 yards per game, which ranks second in the NFL. They lead the league in passing yards, with an impressive 263.8 yards per game. It's clear that when it comes to offensive production, this team has the talent and capability to compete with anyone. But football isn't just about offense. It's about stopping the other team from scoring, and right now, that's where the Cowboys are struggling. The loss of Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers has definitely impacted their pass rush, and it's noticeable when they face top-tier offenses. Looking ahead, the Cowboys still have plenty of games left in the season, and technically they are still in a decent position in the NFC East, holding on to second place with a 3-4-1 record overall. But that's a misleading statistic because the division is so tight. Washington is just behind, and any slip-up could cost them dearly in the long run. It's a division where every game counts, and right now, the Cowboys need to tighten up on defense if they want to make a serious playoff push. The schedule ahead isn't easy, but with the talent they have, it's not impossible either. They've shown they can score, but they've also shown that without a stout defense, those points don't mean much if the other team is scoring more. It's worth mentioning that the current defensive struggles aren't just a blip they've been building over the season. The team's inability to get consistent pressure, combined with lapses in coverage, has made them vulnerable. The game against Denver was a clear example of what happens when the defense isn't firing on all cylinders. It's a stark contrast to the offensive numbers, which remain impressive. That's why, despite the recent setbacks, many fans still believe the Cowboys can turn things around if they fix their defensive issues. There's enough talent on that side of the ball to improve, and with the right adjustments, they could still contend for a deep playoff run. But here's the reality: the window is closing, and every game becomes critical. The NFC East is a tough division, and even a team with a potent offense needs a solid defense to go far. The team's management and coaching staff will have their work cut out for them to address these issues before the postseason. The fans are eager, the players are motivated, but the question remains: can they fix what's broken in time? It's a challenging road ahead, but that's what makes NFL football so unpredictable and exciting. No one thought the season would turn on a single game, but the truth is, these moments define a team's destiny. Now, I want to touch on the broader perspective. The Cowboys' recent struggles have sparked a lot of debate about the team's direction, especially with the defense taking such a hit. Many analysts are pointing out that the team's strategy and roster management might need reevaluation. The defense was supposed to be a strength, and losing key players and not adequately replacing them has shown how fragile that unit is. It's a reminder that in the NFL, injuries and roster decisions can dramatically alter a team's fate. The Cowboys have the talent, no doubt about it, but execution and consistency are what separate good teams from great ones. And for all the criticism, there's still hope. The season isn't over. The Cowboys have the capability to bounce back, but they need to address their defensive woes quickly. It's about adjusting schemes, perhaps improving personnel, and most importantly, restoring confidence on that side of the ball. The fans want to see that fire, that intensity that made this team so formidable in past years. It's about resilience and grit, especially when facing adversity. The schedule ahead might have some tough opponents, but if the Cowboys can tighten up, play more disciplined football, and maybe get some key players back from injury, they could still make a deep playoff run. And let us be honest, that's what every Cowboys fan dreams of: seeing this team lift another trophy, bringing that glory back to Dallas. But to get there, they need to learn from these setbacks, grow stronger, and execute better. The NFL is a league where momentum shifts fast, and a single game can define a season. The Cowboys have experienced highs and lows, but the true test is how they respond. Will they buckle under pressure, or will they rally and show the resilience that has defined their franchise for decades? That's what we're all waiting to see. And as fans, we have to stay hopeful, stay loud, and keep supporting our team through thick and thin, because that's what being a Cowboys supporter is all about. So in conclusion, the recent loss was a tough pill to swallow, no doubt. It exposed some glaring weaknesses, but also highlighted areas where the team can improve. The offensive firepower is still there, but defense needs urgent attention. The division remains competitive, and every game counts. The Cowboys have the talent to turn things around, but it's going to require focus, discipline, and perhaps a few strategic changes. This season isn't over yet, and if there's one thing we know about this team, it's that they never give up. They're fighters, and as long as they believe, we believe too. The road to another Super Bowl might be winding and filled with challenges, but with the passion and grit that this franchise is known for, there's always hope. So stay tuned, Cowboys fans, because the best is yet to come, and I'll be here to bring you all the latest updates, analysis, and insights as this season unfolds. Keep the faith, stay loud, and remember Dallas Cowboys forever. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. Do you believe this team can recover from such a tough loss? Can they fix their defensive issues in time to make a real playoff run? Or are you worried that this season might slip away if they don't make some serious adjustments? Whatever your thoughts are, I want to hear them. This is a community, a family of passionate fans, and your voice is what makes this channel special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news from the Cowboys and the NFL. So stay tuned, stay loud, and as always, keep supporting the team you love. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about one game or one season, it's about the pride, the history, and the unbreakable spirit of the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cowboys Nation forever.